And welcoming you live here to the terrace of Research Stadium. I'm Keenan Puncocher alongside Kalib, LaChapelle, and Cassidy Wood. We're previewing the matchup set for 7:30 tonight in Research Stadium between the Oregon State Beavers and the Arizona Wildcats. Both teams entered this game with a 2-8 record, out of bowl contention at this point, rather just playing for bragging rights. Both teams really want to turn it around in the end of the season and go out on a positive note. For the Beavers, they have some different circumstances than they've normally been accustomed to. Losing star receiver Seth Collins to an undisclosed illness. Sources say he is recovering, doing well, but in a local hospital. The Beavers will be without him tonight, as well as the Beavers are a little bit more under pressure because they are coming into this game favored by 4.5 points over the Wildcats, something that under Gary Anderson has not been for quite some time. So we're going to go ahead and break it down with keys to the offense, defense, as well as bold predictions and score predictions. For that, we'll first turn over to Cassidy for keys to the defense tonight.
All right, so first of all, I think it's pretty obvious. Arizona's run game is really strong. They're currently ranked second in the Pac-12 conference. Stopping that run game, closing the gaps, controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be key. Brandon Dawkins, their quarterback, currently is rushing for the most yards for the Arizona offense, averaging 84 yards a game. So just keeping a stop on him is going to be really key. Second of all, we have a lot of penalties that have happened on the defensive side of the ball over the last couple games, so just making sure we watch those offsides. We're going to have some true freshmen seeing the field for the first time tonight, so having the leaders, the captains step up and really make sure they're aware that they don't cause any careless penalties for the defense is going to be really key. And third of all, just keeping the Arizona offense off the field. Last year, we saw the Beavs come out and they were down 34-7 at the half. 30 points in one half, you're not going to win that game. So just keeping them off the field, it gives the Beavers offense more of an opportunity, too, to execute because, they've been struggling, let's be honest, all season. So just making sure they have as much time as possible to be able to execute is going to be really key.
Yeah, you said it. Those useless penalties have killed the Beavers all year long. It's going to be important for them to chip those away, especially at home. For the offense here, without Seth Collins, we'll turn to Kalib, LaChapelle here for the keys to the offense.
So my first key for the offense is that Marcus McMaryion has to be given enough time to get the ball out. The offensive line needs to control the line of scrimmage, and they need to limit the sacks. Arizona is ranked 8th. They're in the lower third of the Pac-12 in sacks, and so Marcus McMaryion needs to have good time to be able to get the ball out, and that feeds right into the second key is the fact that the offense needs to get started in the air. It can't get started on the ground first. Even though Arizona does have a weak ground defense, it needs to be opened up for the backs to be able to get those big plays, and that needs to happen through the air. My last offensive key is that Victor Bolden needs to get the ball in his hands. Vic needs, whether it's on the ground, whether it's through the air, Vic's the best playmaker on the field, and he needs to have the ball in his hands a lot tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt, Victor Bolden definitely explosive on the field. He's going to have to fill in big with Seth Collins being out. Now we're going to go ahead and turn to bold predictions. This is kind of our pick to click, if you would. First, we'll turn to Kalib. What is your bold prediction for the game today?
My bold prediction is that Victor Bolden goes for 200 all-purpose yards tonight.
All right, that is definitely bold indeed. Cass, what is your bold prediction next?
All right, so this is the first game that Titus Falga will be back. I think that he's going to run back for pick 6, and it'll be awesome. I'm excited to see it.
All right, that would definitely be great. My bold prediction is actually based on the fact that Seth Collins is out. I think one of those receivers are going to have to step in a big way. For me, that's going to be Timmy Hernandez. My bold prediction is that he goes for at least 100 yards and a touchdown tonight in place of Seth Collins. Now, finally, we'll turn it over first to Cassidy Wood here for a score prediction before we turn it over to Brian and Josh.
All right, so honestly, both of these teams really struggle on defense. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say 34-27 Beavs, though.
Okay, and now to Kalib.
I think the final score is going to be pretty close to Cassidy's. I think it's going to go 35-21 Beavers.
All right, yeah, we've seen it all year. We've heard it from the coaches that the Beavers are this close. I think this is the game that they actually come out on top. They have a nice Reeser crowd here in lieu of the family night, or family weekend rather. So I think the Beavers do pull it out. I think they win 35-28. It'll be close, but I think the Beavers will overpower the Wildcats.